Hello everyone and welcome back to the O-Gauge layout. It's been a little while. Today we're going to be doing some switching operations over in the yard. And in doing so, I wanted to show that even on a small 4x6 foot layout like this, you can get creative and do some fun switching operations even in a small space. So let's get started. First we need to go ahead and build our train. The motive power for today is going to be this Lionel post-war number 6250, the Seaboard NW2 switcher, so very fitting for this job. Then we will add a operating barrel car loaded with barrels. Then we're going to add 2 random box cars just to give the train some more length. After that we will add the 6700 operating reefer car, followed by the number 9220 Borden operating milk car. Oh yeah, and we can't forget the caboose. And as we do our switching, we'll be over here in the yard, of course, but I'm gonna set up a second camera over here just so you can see what I'm doing at the controls as we go along. So let's get started. Now when you have a small layout like this, you often have to use your imagination for a lot of the operations. So we will imagine that the train is coming from afar, many miles away, and it's just about to exit the tunnel and come into town where it will stop to do its work. So here she comes on down the line, coming out the tunnel. So we're going to ease into the yard and make our first stop at the dump bin to unload our barrels. We're going to carefully line up the barrel car to my custom operating rails and then press the button. Okay, we unloaded our barrels. Now we can start moving cars in and out of the yard. But there's a problem, our train is facing the wrong way. So we're gonna have to take our train and run it through the reversing loop branch line that street runs down Main Street. So that way our train will face the right way and we can back the cars into the yard. So let's do that. Okay, now that our train is facing the right way, we're going to reverse back to the uncoupling track and we're going to get ready to uncouple the reefer and shove it into the yard. Looks like Main Street is going to be blocked for a while. That'll make some people unhappy. But these banjo signals are really noisy and get annoying real quick, so I have this switch here to turn them off, and I always like to turn them off when I'm doing switching maneuvers. Next, we're going to uncouple the milk car and the caboose from the consist and leave them on the main line, and then we're going to push the reefer back into yard track 2 and load it at the icing station. Now we're going to reverse the train and couple back up to the milk car. And now we're going to uncouple from the caboose and shove the milk car onto yard track 1 and bring it to the unloading platform where we'll unload the milk cans. It's always tricky lining up this car to the operating track. It has to be on there just right for it to work. Now we'll couple back up to the caboose. Alright, now just for fun, we're gonna add another operation. We're gonna take this Pennsylvania Railroad boxcar and we're gonna back it up onto track 1 and deliver it to a customer there. So we will uncouple from it and leave it there. So let's go ahead and make that move. Alright, the customer on track 1 can now start loading and unloading the boxcar, and that completes our switching operations. So now let's go ahead and run the train for a few laps. Well folks, there you have it. That is how I do switching operations on my O-gauge layout. And as you can see, even in this small 4x6 space, we're able to do lots of versatile and fun switching moves. And we really only used half the layout to do that actually. We only used this part as a switching lead and this part to turn around the train. The main area we uncoupled and moved cars was over on this side, so that just shows you don't need a giant layout to have fun doing switching operations. So, I hope you enjoyed the video. It was lots of fun to make, and I hope it was lots of fun to watch. So, if you enjoyed it, be sure to give it a like, and thanks for watching.